What if I told you the average home price in the GTA over the past 4 weeks has come down over $30,000, almost $31,000. Hey guys, this is the midweek market update. I'm gonna give you guys a quick hit about what's been happening in the market over the past week and a little bit about what I think is gonna happen. So it's a quick summary over here. Like I said, in the past 4 weeks, we've come down almost $31,000 in average selling price. If I look at that and compare it back to the 52-week average selling price, that's down about $27,000, just over $27,000, which is about 2.4%. When I'm looking at inventory, when I looked at the week previously, we were down about 33 units, so basically flat. But when I look at it this week versus last week, we're up about 740 units, which is about 2.8%. So inventory, again, is on the climb. Basically, if I compare it back to last year, at this time exactly, we are up about 40% in inventory, which is about 9,150 units. So about a third, just over a third of our, or just under a third of our inventory is what we have seen increase this year versus last year. And the big number still is that from January 1st this year to today's date, we are actually up 115%, over 115% in inventory, which is over 17,000 units that have come to the market just this year. In terms of sales, the actual sales volume, we are still down compared to last year by 21% overall in the freehold and condo, which is about just over 6,800 units. But again, what I said last week is that the gap is narrowing on the freehold versus the condo. So year to date, in terms of freehold sales, we are down about 18.4%, and condo, we're down about 25.3%. I think we're going to continue to see that gap with the freeholds narrow, and maybe the condos stay the same or even maybe increase just based on the volume that's available for sale. Week over week, we are basically flat in terms of sales. I actually think we'll probably do a little bit better. There are still some units that are sold conditionally that I haven't counted in here, which I think will firm up this week as well. Just to give you an idea of what that means is that basically we've done this last week and the week before that about 1,520 sales. And the weeks prior to that, we were averaging about 1,200 sales. So now it's been about 2 weeks that we've seen that sales average sales unit spike. We're gonna see where that goes. But you guys see, like before I was calling this out and saying, like, look, inventory keeps climbing, prices are kind of staying even. There's gotta be either like sales are gonna pick up or there's gonna be a downward pressure on price. And this is exactly what we've kind of seen at this point right now. But I think the price came first. So now that we've had a bit of a downward pressure on price, we've actually seen the sales kind of climb up. I think that's pretty much what we're going to continue to see. Not sure where the bottom of this thing is going to be. But as we see the inventory increase, as we see really the sellers correct their expectation, I think that's the important thing over here right now is that even the sellers that we're bringing onto the market, we're trying to price ahead of that curve and being very realistic with what the pricing is going to be. So I think that's what we're kind of seeing. And I think the buyers are recognizing that, hey, this is actually a good deal. And if I'm going to be in this property for a long term, it doesn't really matter what's going to happen here right now, as long as they believe in real estate. And it's not for everybody, but general consensus is that real estate has done well over the long period of time, call it 7-10 years or whatnot. But there are some really, really good deals. Last night, for a really good client of ours, we were able to lock in a detached house in Ajax. Like it's just over 800 grand. And I couldn't believe that we actually locked this in. Part of it is the market, and I don't know. I just feel like they could have probably got more. And I know I've spoken about another deal that we've done in Pickering for another buyer. I feel like we pretty much bought that house for like maybe 50K less than what it actually should have sold for. So there are some good deals out there for buyers. Buyers are recognizing that, and sellers that are serious about selling their properties, I've seen them price them correctly, shows them well, and they are actually moving. Again, most of our clients at this point right now are in that move up class. And I think that's a safe spot to kind of be in, as long as they're planning on obviously being in the country. They don't really think that their job is going to be affected based on what's going on with the tariffs in the US and the unemployment. So really, to recap, we usually have people right now that are kind of in that mid-8s to $1 million. They're selling there, and they're pretty much buying for like somewhere around $1.2 to $1.5 million. So, that's kind of what we're seeing. Also, what we're seeing is first-time home buyers. You're starting to see them get a little bit more excited about things that they could buy. It was almost unheard of that in Toronto you could buy a one-bedroom condo for, say, like $450,000 with parking. But that's again become a reality based on the inventory that's still available. I think that the condo inventory is still going to continue to climb. I still think that there is going to be freehold inventory that's going to keep going up, and that may still create a downward pressure on price. So how far it's going to go, it's going to be hard to tell. The Bank of Canada didn't drop the rate at the last announcement just because of unemployment numbers and inflation numbers. That combined, that wasn't enough for them to drop the rates further. Who knows what they're going to end up doing at this point right now, but it seems like people are kind of moving past what's been happening in the market and saying like, how long can we actually wait for this thing to kind of turn? I think a couple of the hurdles we've kind of passed. We were up in the air basically about the federal election. That's in place. Whether our team, whoever you wanted to win or didn't win, it is what it is at this point right now. So at least that's out of the way. We kind of have an idea what's going on with that. And then the US tariffs thing is just kind of getting tiring, if anything. Sure, does it affect the economy? Absolutely, but it's just tiring. So I think that the people that kind of feel that they're not being affected by that and are still, in good shape moving forward are making their moves. So I think we're going to continue to see sales go. And I think that we're pretty much not going to have a seasonality this year. I think we're pretty much just going to see consistent sales moving forward. I'll keep you guys posted. If you guys have any questions about what's going on or specifically what's up in your neighborhood or strategy that you guys want to employ, shoot me a DM, give me a call. Happy to kind of go over your strategy and give you my 2 cents on it. Hope you guys have an amazing rest of the week. Talk to you soon.